Change in all its forms is costly. Adapting to a new reality takes effort and, as we know all too well, time. Adapting to change is even more testing when the benefits of change, or even the basic conditions, aren't known. The Brexit countdown is on, and despite recent progress around transition, there's still plenty of uncertainty around how this huge change will impact the dynamic businesses that drive our economy. Read more. 1 year to go. What the city needs to make Brexit work. I am talking specifically about mid-sized businesses, the economic engine of UK growth. Their needs should be listened to and placed at the heart of the government's plans to help Britain to remain a nation of opportunities. These companies, typically mid-market, private equity-backed or AIM-listed, make up around 0.5% of all companies but account for just over one-third of all private sector revenue, £1.3 trillion, and around 30% of private sector employment. Their contribution to the UK economy is simply staggering. So with a wave of unprecedented change on the horizon, how are these businesses coping? BDO research published today reveals that almost a third of mid-sized firms said they've pressed the pause button on investment. While the situation remains so unclear, they are understandably uncertain and cautious about making long-term plans. Of course, these businesses are renowned for their agility, entrepreneurial spirit, and openness to change, and have dealt with Brexit as they would any other challenge, with sustainable growth front of mind. Despite the uncertainty and pause on investment, 69% of mid-sized companies are feeling confident in achieving their growth ambitions this financial year. Over one-third of those polled are expecting growth of more than 5%. But to stay on course and continue to create opportunities for people and business in the UK, these companies need to be nurtured with policies that encourage growth and give them the certainty that they crave for. Their uncertainty should be a wake-up call for the government to up the pace of Brexit progress so that these businesses can continue to make bold moves to invest in their future, and ours. As we enter the final year ahead of us leaving the EU, there's little time to fret about what could or should have been. We can't second-guess the nuances of what form the final trade deal will take, but we can focus our energy on working better and smarter now to equip our businesses with the assets and ambitions to seize opportunity wherever in the world, or at home, it arises. What we can and must grasp tightly in our hands is our power to improve the conditions for businesses in the UK. We need an economy that's strong and sustainable for the future and drives growth from the inside out, and the UK's thriving mid-sized businesses are key to this success. So what is business calling for, and how can the government help? Almost half, 46%, of UK mid-sized businesses call for government to support growth by tackling the UK skills gap. This is a major and ongoing threat to productivity. Reinstating the 2-year post-study work visa for foreign students who study STEM subjects to help the UK's high-growth manufacturing and tech companies would be a good place to start. Ensuring our country is a simple place to do business could be a huge competitive advantage for the UK. The current tax system provides complex and unnecessary obstacles for companies in pursuit of growth. Our research found that 41% call for government to simplify the tax system to make doing business easier, such as aligning national insurance and income tax to create one simple payroll tax. With the cost of money still relatively cheap, it's right that the government uses this moment to invest. Well over a third of the UK's medium-sized companies say that to create an environment for businesses and local communities to flourish, we need more investment in smart infrastructure. World-class infrastructure allows businesses to be run from anywhere in the country, linked physically by road and rail, and digitally via superfast broadband. Investment in smaller projects for quicker wins will give communities a much-needed short-term boost while we continue to await the final terms of Brexit. Tolerating uncertainty over the future of our global position is something, for the time being, we will need to get used to. But the government can reassure businesses by making moves at home to strengthen the UK for life beyond Brexit. Read more. BO tells financial firms, keep calm and carry on during Brexit transition.